State of New California notice to all Californians. This is grievance number 67. It is May 7, 2019. We are in Vista, California at the county courthouse. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for the continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The counties of New California bring forward 95 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. State of New California grievance number 67. Declaration of grievance, statement of facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against the invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6, Section 2. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. Destroying a republic by creating a democracy is the order of the day. Article 4, Section 4 states, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government. A Republican form of government is what the government must guarantee to every citizen in the United States. The definition of republic refers specifically to a form of government in which elected individuals represent the citizen body and exercise power according to the rule of law under a constitution, including the separation of powers with an elected head of state referred to as a constitutional republic. In the words of the Declaration of Independence, governments derive just their powers from the consent of the governed. Without that consent, governments are tyrannies, unjustly handing out penalties or sweetheart deals with the stolen power they have seized by force or manipulation. And that brings us to California. A new report from the nonprofit Election Integrity Project California documents alarming problems that plague the state's 2018 midterm elections. Eligible voters were harmed by significant system failings, the researchers concluded, and this cast doubt on the integrity of California's elections. The report documents problems at a relatively small sample of polling places around the state. EIPC had 194 trained volunteers observing the November 2018 elections. The report is based on findings in 8 counties with the most documented observations. Those would be Los Angeles, San Diego, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura, Monterey, and Calaveras. Election observers documented 1,304 vote-by-mail voters in 165 precincts in 8 counties who did not receive ballots in the mail. When these voters went to the polls, they had no vote-by-mail ballot to surrender before voting, so they were told that they had to vote provisionally. In some places, that meant waiting in long lines to cast provisional ballots, where some even left the lines in disgust and did not vote at all. Corruption of the election process in California by the ballot or by the redistricting process denies all United States citizens a Republican form of government who live in California. More importantly, it is a direct attack on our republic and is prohibited by the United States Constitution under Article 6, Section 2, the Supremacy Clause, which states the United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Obedience to the rogue government of California is disobedience to the United States of America and the United States Constitution. New California State will not tolerate the rise of the totalitarian. Insurrection. The government of California, the current governor, and the monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is a United States federal law that governs the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion, acts of secession. Therefore, the California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist government has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor of California, the monoparty legislature, and the local elected officials is evidence of abdication of the responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the state and citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 and to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California State. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com is the website. The phone number is 877-828-2753.